High school baseball is back on Beaver Media and today on YouTube Live from Gaston, Indiana. 1A baseball as Liberty Christian takes on Wes-Del. Good afternoon. Hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again today on a gray, cool day, a breezy day south of Gaston, Indiana, and a couple of 1A teams and future potential sectional opponents today as the Warriors host the Lions of Liberty Christian. Should be an interesting game with the wind blowing mostly in from right field toward home plate and a couple of attempts at the sun to sneak through the overcast, but so far it's clouds 1, Old Saul nothing. Right-hander Calvin Carmen getting the start today for the Wes-Del Warriors as he goes through his warm-up tosses here to finish things up. He'll be facing an LC Lions lineup today, and here's how they'll line them up for head coach Jake Banwer and the Lions. And Quinn, the second baseman, is jersey number 5. Batting second, playing shortstop, Isaiah Breeze. Batting third, playing left field, Eli Blower. Orlando Sutton is the pitcher and the cleanup hitter for the Lions. Dallas Burko will bat fifth and play third base. Preston Grant will hit in the 6th hole and play first base. Justin Sheets, the designated hitter, will bat 7th for Dawson Evans, the right fielder. Dylan Griffiths will catch and bat 8th for LC. And Ronnie Williams, yes, that Ronnie Williams from basketball fame, will play center field and bat 9th. Peyton Quinn in there to stand in and take the first look of the day at right-hander Calvin Carmen. And here comes the windup and the pitch. It's a skipper outside for ball 1, and we are underway at 5:02 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Very chilly day, probably no more than 55 degrees at game time, and that's if we're lucky. Carmen ready. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball taken inside on the corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Book out in left, Torbush in center, Mitchell in right for Wes-Del. Will set your infield defense momentarily. Carmen ready. Here comes his 1-1. Short, couple big hops, picked and fired across low, and it gets by the first baseman, but the runner will not be able to advance. So Peyton Quinn is aboard. I'm not sure they would have gotten him anyway. I'm going to score that an infield hit until I hear otherwise. The ball was not hit especially hard at Townsend. And with nobody out, Isaiah Breeze is the hitter.
Shortstop, number 3, Isaiah Breeze.
Of course, Carmen now will go from the stretch. The runner at first has a short lead, but he may be going more on that later. First pitch is high, ball 1. I say may be going because LC has stolen about 100 bases already this season as a team. Defensively for Wes-Del, Lehman at third, Townsend at short, Zvokel at second, Smith down at first. The other Townsend behind the plate for Carmen, and here comes his pitch. Runner bluffs, tapper foul over near the first base dugout. One of the cooler days of the season so far in Delaware County. A little bit chilly, but the pitcher Carmen wearing short sleeves today, no long sleeves. Better lead at first base now. Runner going. Pitch called strike. He bluffed his way about 15 feet and then hit the brakes. So the count runs to 1-2. Quinn bluffed, thought about going, stopped. So he's still at first base with nobody out. Infield smelling DP if they can get a ground ball. Pop back out of play, and we'll stay 1-2. Liberty Christian got off to a strong start this season. Jake Banwer, a name you may remember from a year ago, he was one of the assistant coaches at Daleville when they rolled to the state championship. From the faculty over at Daleville, but coaching over at Liberty Christian. Calvin Carmen steps off and bluffs the runner back to first. And if you hear my score sheet flapping in the breeze, that'll give you an idea of how windy it is here at the ballpark from time to time. Carmen ready from the stretch, brings it home. Swing and a miss, strike three. Throw is going to be down and time. So it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. And that's 2 down. Two to 4 on the put out at second base. And that brings up Eli Blauer. Liberty Christian wearing white pants today with red belts and red piping. Black jerseys, red batting helmets, the lettering on the jerseys gold with red trim. Mound toward the second baseman, fielded. Over long throw to first is just going to be in time, and that does it for Liberty Christian here in their half of the first inning. They go quietly after getting their leadoff man aboard. No runs, a hit, nobody left. And we go to the bottom of the first here at Wes-Del High School. Liberty Christian nothing. Wes-Del coming to bat on Beaver Media. Welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the bottom of the first inning here at Wes-Del with the Warriors looking to get on the board and get the lead today after putting Liberty Christian down without a whimper in the first inning. Here's how they'll line them up today. For Wes-Del, Dylan Torbush will lead off and play center field. Cody Smith, the first baseman, in the 2-hole. Calvin Carmen, the pitcher, will bat third with Devin Bookout, the left fielder, in the cleanup slot. Batting fifth and catching Cam Townsend. Connor Townsend, the shortstop, will bat sixth right behind him. In the 7th spot, Jake Mitchell, the right fielder. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Corbin Zolokol. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Brady Woodson, who will bat today for the third baseman, Jordan Lehman. They'll be looking to get their licks against Orlando Sutton. Liberty Christian, a right-hander, slim young man. We'll see what he has today. He also is saying, oh yeah, to the cold weather and pitching with short sleeves. So Dylan Torbush in there to lead things off for the Warriors, right-handed hitter. Wes-Del wearing the home maroon jerseys today with the gray pants. Here comes the opening pitch from Orlando Sutton, and it's a called strike. Defensively for Liberty Christian, Eli Blauer in left, Ronnie Williams in center, Dawson Evans is the right fielder. Sutton has a sign into his windup. Here comes the 0-1. It's in tight, 1-1. On the infield, Dallas Burko at third, Isaiah Breeze at short, Peyton Quinn at second, Preston Grant down at first, with Dylan Griffiths behind the plate throwing down the signals for starter Orlando Sutton. On one delivery. Grounded right back to the mound. He knocks it down. Sutton fields and fires over in plenty of time. 1 down. That'll bring up Cody Smith. Game is going to play a little on the cold side today with the temperature and the breeze. Good day to get some bees in your hands if you don't make solid contact and square up the ball. Nobody on, one down for Cody Smith, the first baseman, also a right-handed hitter. Waggles that bat in rhythm as he awaits the pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike one. Mentioned earlier, these two teams are in the same field, sectional 55 in 1A. They could meet again Memorial Day weekend. Sutton ready with the next one. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Smith chased something high out over the plate, and it's 0-2. And in all honesty, there were years and years past when Liberty Christian was starting its program. They were not real competitive, but they're much better now. Swing and a miss, strike three. Ball gets away from the catcher. He'll tag Smith, and that's the second out. So a first inning strikeout for Orlando Sutton, and with two down, Calvin Carmen will bat. Had a nice chat before the game with Sutter Foster of Wes-Del basketball fame. Nice young man and a really talented kid. Hopefully he'll be playing college basketball for someone in the very near future as he decides his future. Here comes the pitch to Carmen. He lifts one into center field, shallow. Three men converging. The left fielder is going to come over now and make a sliding catch that takes him to his knees. Blauer is up to the task, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Wes-Del. We're through an inning from Gaston. It's Liberty Christian nothing, Wes-Del nothing on Beaver Media.
Leading off the top of the second for Liberty.
Welcome back to the ball game. We go to the second inning in a scoreless affair. Liberty Christian and Wes-Del here today at Wes-Del High School out on 600 West. The cleanup man, Orlando Sutton, will lead things off here in inning number 2 for the Lions. The third baseman, Lehman, is in on the grass. The first one ripped right back up the middle on the ground for a base hit. Sharply hit ball, and for the second straight inning, Liberty Christian has their leadoff man aboard. And Dallas Burko, the third baseman.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 25, Dallas Burko.
We'll see if he's laying it down. Good day to play for a couple of insurance runs. It's not going to take many to win this game on a cold day. He squares, takes, runner going, pitches down for a ball, and the runner is in safely with a stolen base. So a runner in scoring position for LC here in their half of the second inning. We'll see if they can get a run home here early on. Carmen again out of the stretch for the second inning in a row as he peeks back, brings it home. The pitch is a ball. Bunt was bluffed, and it's 2-0. Good day to conserve pitches if you can. Both pitchers worked out of the first in less than 10 pitches. And now with the count of 2-0, we'll see if Burko is going to get a green light here with a runner at second and nobody out. He squares, pops up the bunt back here near the screen. It's going to fall halfway back to the screen for a strike. Cam Townsend, the catcher, couldn't find the ball. The count is 2-1. Tough day today. The sky is a very pale gray because of the overcast and the very muted sunshine, and with a white ball against a pale gray sky on the gray scale, kind of tough to find. Everybody back and ready. Runner at second, nobody out. 2-1 is the count. And the batter squares again and lays it down. Nice bunt up the third base line between the mound and the line. The throw to first pulls the first baseman off the bag, but they're going to say he caught it and then came off and then dropped the throw. So that's going to be a sacrifice. 1-3 on the putout. And the runner from second, Orlando Sutton, trots down to third on the sacrifice. So a chance to get an early run with nothing more than a fly ball here as Preston Grant comes to the plate. Left-handed hitter, first one of the day. Carmen will stay in the stretch instead of flipping over to the windup. Here comes the pitch. Popped up down the left field line. It looks like it's going to drift foul, and it does. It stays in play, but no one can get there. Long run for Devin Bookout. He ran out of steps before he ran out of high fly ball, and nothing more than a strike there. This is one of those tough days to hit because you don't have a lot of feel in your hands. You just got to tough it out. Count is 0-1, runner at third, one away here in the second inning of a scoreless game, and that one just outside. Carmen missed with the fastball, and the count evens 1-1. Sutton singled, stole second, and went to third on the bunt a moment ago. Get away from touching the scoreboard. There's a swing and a miss at a pitch away. Nicely done by Carmen. Grant is in a 1-2 hole. Not many fans in the ballpark this afternoon. It's a little cool. It is Friday. Here comes the next one from Calvin Carmen. He steps off instead and uses the bluff to chase the runner back to third. Outfield is straight away, not overly deep. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, but foul. It's off the leg of the left-handed hitting Preston Grant, and the count will stay 1-2. Grant looks down at Jacob Banwert. Probably hitting away here with a runner at third and only one out. Both teams went quietly in the first. LC threatening here in the second. Is a ground ball right at the second baseman. He'll take it over to first for the sure out. So that's a 4-3 put out for out number 2. But it brings Sutton home to score, and it's 1-0 Liberty Christian on the fielder's choice. RBI for Preston Grant. And that brings in Justin Sheets, the designated hitter. Also swings on the left side. And Carmen now into his windup with nobody on. First one is high. The Lions have drawn first blood here on a cold Friday. Long on YouTube Live. Here comes the windup and Carmen's pitch. It's a beauty, a fastball right down the pipe for a strike. Sheets was taking all the way. Had a nice chance to catch up with Jake Banwert for a while before the game today. Good guy, good coach, got a bright future. Next pitch is low and away, and it's a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Justin Sheets. Carmen with the sign, the offering, called strike. Sheets was taking again, and it's 2-2. Fans in the park were told earlier today that the first light bulb on the strike side of the scoreboard is burned out. So you got to really keep track in the park. There's a called third strike as Sheets was frozen by the pitch from Carmen, and that's the final out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Calvin Carmen. Good inning for LC, though. They get a run on a hit, a fielder's choice, and a bunt. No one left on base. We're through an inning and a half in Gaston. It's Liberty Christian 1, Wes-Del nothing on Beaver Media. It's Liberty Christian 1, Wes-Del nothing as we move to the home half of the second inning here in northwestern Delaware County on a cold, gray, windy Friday. Feels more like a month ago in early March than it does going on the final 10 days of April, but we'll make do. Devin Bookout, the cleanup hitter for Wes-Del, will lead things off here in the second inning against Orlando Sutton. And the first pitch to him is a curve outside, ball 1. Cam Townsend and Connor Townsend waiting in the wings here in inning number 2. Bookout waiting, right-handed hitter. Next one to him is a breaking ball in the same spot, and he's ahead 2-0. Sutton has played a prominent role in the game. He's not only the starting pitcher, he had a nice hit and scored the only run of the game in the top of the second. And he leaves a fastball up over Bookout's head to run the count to 3-0. Good day to have the hand warmer concession money, if there is one. We'll see if he's taking here on 3-0. Nope. Called strike as he takes all the way. And now on 3-1, Jesse Fennell just might turn him loose if he gets a nice pitch in his zone. Here's the windup. The pitch hit in the air to straightaway center. That should be a relatively easy play. Ronnie Williams comes in and shags it for the final couple feet, and there's the out. His coach, in fact, Jake Banwert, told me, he said Ronnie has played so little baseball, being an outstanding basketball player, that sometimes he'll catch a fly ball like that and hold it so the umpires can see it just to make sure he got him out. So good for him. Ronnie's a great basketball player. One away, here's Cam Townsend, the catcher. Deep in the box. He rips one into left field for a base hit. First knock of the day for the Warriors, and they have a man aboard with one away here in the second. That ball was tattooed. Well, that brings up Connor Townsend. We'll see what he's doing with that bright lime green bat of his. Snap throw to first. Runner back in plenty of time. LC infield straight away, looking for a double play ball if they could get a ground ball up the middle. With one out here in the second. Snap throw again to first. Runner back diving. Jesse Fennell down at third base, rolling through the signs for his hitter and his runner. We'll see if anything is on here with one down, trailing 1-0. From the stretch, the pitch. It's taken downstairs, runner moving, and he's going to step down there to second base without a tag even, as the throw was in front of the bag. And it's a steal, a clean steal for Cam Townsend. Pitch was a ball. Count 1-0. So a chance to tie the game here in the second if Connor Townsend can get one into the outfield somewhere. Here comes the pitch. It's taken for a strike. One ball, one strike. Connor Townsend, of course, the shortstop today for the Warriors, trying to drive in his namesake out there at second base, Cam Townsend, with one away. Looking for that tying run. A home run would give you the lead. Going to be tough to take one out today in this cold. Here's the pitch. In the air to right center field. That's going to be trouble. That's going to shoot the gap. It comes off the glove of Ronnie Williams, who almost ran it down. Runner from second will head to third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the relay to the plate. Now he hits the brakes about 30 feet after rounding the bag. Good idea. He had to hold on the ball to right center because he wasn't sure it would get down. And once Williams couldn't quite make the play, he rounded third, but after seeing where the throw was coming and Fennell gave him the go, he hit the brakes, and that's the better part of the decision-making process there. That's the second hit of the inning, back-to-back, a single, a double to right center field, and 2 men are in scoring position with one away and Jake Mitchell in the batter's box. Mitchell, a right-hand hitter. Ground ball sharply but foul up the third baseline. It's 0-1. Sutton will continue to work out of the stretch position here. A lot of guys like to flip over and go wind up with runners at second and third, but he'll stay in the stretch. Tight on the corners, back up the middle defensively for LC. Next one is a curveball way upstairs, and it's 1-1. One nothing game. Liberty Christian out in front. Both teams hung donuts in the first. LC got a run in the top of this inning. Now Wes-Del trying to answer back with men at second and third. Here comes the pitch. That's a balk. Base umpire called a balk, and that'll tie the game. That'll bring in Cam Townsend with the tying run in this season. Not sure what he did. Base umpire between second and third in the mound there has a good look at what he did and clean call. So 1-1. Runner at third in a 1-1 game now. Here comes the pitch. It's outside. He gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner. He's going to score, and that gives Wes-Del a 2-1 lead. Dylan Griffiths chased it down. You heard him. He was right in my lap, basically, as the wild pitch allows the run to score. And Wes-Del is out in front, and Jake Mitchell is out in front. 2 balls and a strike. And now Sutton, with the bags empty, will go back to the windup. Here comes his motion and his pitch. It's low and away for a ball. 3 balls and a strike. One away here in the bottom of the second inning with Wes-Del now out in front, 2-1. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Ball 4, missed away with a fastball, and Mitchell is aboard with a base on balls.
Batting eighth,
First one issued
second
by either
baseman,
pitcher today. It goes to Sutton, and with
number
one
8,
down, that
Corbin
brings up the
Zavokal.
8-hole hitter, Corbin Zavokal. Playing second base today, wearing jersey number 8. Wide open stance, right-handed hitter. We'll see if a steal is on here. Good lead at first for Mitchell. He's bluffing, swing and a miss, 0-1. Zavokal was out in front of that delivery from Sutton. Takes a long look over at the runner here now from the stretch. Set at the chest, throws to first, runner back. Sutton worked a really quiet first inning. He got Wes-Del out on 7 pitches, but he's worked a lot harder here in inning number 2 as the middle third and bottom third of the order come up for the first time. Here's the pitch. Down the left field line in front of a diving third baseman. It's going to be a single. The left fielder, Eli Blauer, bobbled it but got it back in. No damage there. That'll move Mitchell down to second base. A very solid single by Corbin Zavokal.
Batting ninth, the DH.
That'll bring up the
14,
designated hitter for
Brady
Wes-Del,
Woodson.
Brady Woodson, for the third baseman, Jordan Lehman. Third hit of the inning by Wes-Del to go along with a walk. And they're in business again with one away and leading 2-1 now. Woodson ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Warriors have Jake Mitchell at second and Zavokal down at first. They'll play behind Zavokal with one away. Sutton with a long look in. He's ready. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off and got Woodson to swing early. He was out in front, and it's 1-1. Beautiful park here at Wes-Del. They have rehabbed the field in the offseason. Here's the pitch. It's a curve way inside and high. The count is 2-1. They basically skinned the infield and redid the infield. It's nice and flat. The new mound is beautiful. I'm told this field holds a lot better water now than it used to. And it used to be a real problem in rain. Here comes the pitch. Popped up. Going to be back behind home plate. And the count goes 2-2. In years past, a heavy rain would make the infield look like Lake Michigan, but it's beautiful today. It's a symmetrical park, 300 down the lines, 335 in the alleys, 365 to straightaway center. A nice woods as a backdrop with the leaves budding. Here's the pitch. Taken away for a ball, and the count is full. Leaves are just starting to come out, so it's a mixture of bark and leaves in the background. By later in the spring, that full canopy of leaves will create a beautiful dark green backdrop for the hitters here. Nature's batter's eye. Here comes the payoff pitch. It's taken downstairs, and the bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning by Sutton, and that will move Mitchell to third and Corbin Zavokal down to second. Bags juiced, nowhere to put anybody, and here's Dylan Torbush. Dylan is 0 for 1. He grounded back to the mound his first time. Chance for a crooked number here and a big inning if he can get one down. Sutton will stay in the stretch. The high set, here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside, ball 1. It's a tough day to snap off breaking balls. As cold as it is, your fingertips start to get slick because the oil evaporates off your skin, and it can really be tough to have fine control on a day like today. 1 ball, no strikes. Bags loaded here in the second. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop gets a big hop. He'll take it down to second base. And the force play. That's out number 2. And that brings in Jake Mitchell to score the 3rd run of the day for Wes-Del. So a 6-4 put out at second base. And with 2 down, Cody Smith is the hitter. You have an RBI to Dylan Torbush.
We got a whole lot of new money though.
So it's 3-1 now. Wes-Del out in front here in the 2nd inning. Cody Smith, a strikeout victim his first time. Looking for more here with men on the corners and 2 away. Here's the pitch. Runner from first going. Pitch is a ball. They won't even make a throw down. Stolen base for Torbush, and now men are at 2nd and 3rd with 2 away here in the Wes-Del 2nd inning. They've scored 3 here to respond to the 1 put up in the top half of the inning by LC, and they have a 3-1 lead. Looking for more. If Smith can find the green, here's the pitch. It's taken away for a ball. 2-0. Dylan Torbush is out at 2nd. Corbin Zavokal is a stop ahead of him down at 3rd. From the stretch, Sutton ready. He brings it home. High and tight, and the count runs to 3-0. Not a lot of pitching in the old bank account today for Jake Banworth, the LC head coach. He's going to have to ride Orlando Sutton as far as he can. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball, ball 4, and the bags are loaded again. That's the 3rd walk of the inning issued by Sutton. Well, that brings up Calvin Carmen. Wes-Del will bat around here in the first couple innings. This here in the 2nd inning. They were out 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 1st, but they have batted around here in the 2nd to take a 3-1 lead. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Which you wouldn't give for a long one here if you're a Wes-Del fan. Now from the windup, Sutton ready, and he'll kick and fire. Breaking ball taken for a strike. That was a beauty. One of the best pitches thrown today by Orlando Sutton, and he's in front of Calvin Carmen, 0-2. Bags loaded here in the home half of the 2nd. Here's the pitch. Look out. That one was literally behind Carmen. The count is 1-2. Sutton ready, and here comes the next one. Hit in the air down the right field line, back out of play. So let's see who wins this battle. Carmen down in the count to Sutton, 1-2. Bags are loaded with 2 away. Chance to really blow the game open. There's a breaking ball again over the head of the hitter, and it's going to get away from the catcher, who'll throw home, and the runner is safe. Ball came out of the glove of Orlando Sutton, and that makes it 4-1 Wes-Del. Zavokal comes in and scores on the wild pitch. The other runners move up 90 feet apiece. The pitch, of course, was a ball. Count is 2-2 to Calvin Carmen with men at 2nd and 3rd. Torbush at 3rd, Smith at 2nd. In a 4-1 game, and now the batter, Carmen, comes out of his stance briefly. Now he's ready to go with Sutton back up on the bump. And again, working out of the stretch with 2 away. Here comes the pitch. It's high and outside. Count runs full. Sutton trying to work out of trouble here. This has been a long, loud inning for him. Now trailing by 3. Here comes the pitch. Inside. Did it hit the hitter? It did hit the hitter. It grazed him going by, and that will load the bases. So a little bit of everything here in the second inning for Orlando Sutton, the LC pitcher. He has walked 3 hitters in this inning. He's in trouble again.
Batting number 11.
This will be the 10th hitter of the Wes-Del half of the second. And it's Danger City with your cleanup man, Devin Book, out in there. From the windup, here comes the pitch from Sutton. Ground ball toward the right side. It's going to be bobbled by the second baseman. Everyone's going to be safe. Another man is going to come home to score. It's a 2-run error. And here comes the third runner toward the plate on a heads-up play. He scores. The catcher goes down. He may be hurt. Runner's going to head for third. Be safe. Wow, that was a mess. A Book out ends up all the way down at third base on a play that was Keystone Cops all the way. All 3 men who were on base when that began come in to score. And that is, boy, that's a real mess. Well, as it is, the catcher, Dylan Griffiths, came away a little shaken up after that contact at home plate. He's back in okay. Wes-Del has the runner down at third base. It's a very, very costly error by the second baseman, Peyton Quinn. And now a 7-1 game. Wes-Del comfortably in front now, and Cam Townsend will bat for the second time here in the second inning. With a man at third and 2 away. Here's the windup and the pitch. Downstairs, ball 1. Warriors have had a big second frame here, scoring 7 times, and they've got a man at third base with 2 down and one of their best hitters in Townsend in there. It could be 8 or 9-1 in a hurry. He takes a strike. One and one the count. Townsend singled and came home to score on a balk. Scored the first run of the game for the Warriors earlier in this inning. Here comes the pitch. He lifts one down the right field line. Tough play over near the line. It's going to fall in. That's a base hit, an RBI. As Bookout comes home to score and makes it 8-1. Wes-Del out in front. Bloop, duck, snort, base hit down the right field line. Give the ribeye to Cam Townsend, and Connor Townsend is the hitter. You've heard of hanging a crooked number. Hard to get more crooked than that 8. Townsend ready. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks from first. The ball home is way behind the hitter. The throwdown is nowhere near in time. And that's a stolen base. Cam Townsend out at second now. Connor Townsend at the plate. Ahead 1-0. Chance for more. Orlando Sutton trying to get back to the dugout. Having a tough go here in the second inning. He brings the pitch home. It's low and in. 2-0. Townsend trying to bring in Townsend. You'll hear that a lot out here in Gaston this season. The high set from Sutton. Here comes the pitch home. Called strike. He went with something soft up and in. Townsend was laying off, and it's 2-1. 8 runs scored here in the second inning by Wes-Del. They lead this one 8-1. Still hitting with 2 away here in the home second. on a gray, chilly day. Here comes the pitch. Ripped up the middle, but a nice play by the shortstop to go to his left and forehand and fire. Nice play by Isaiah Breeze, and that's a 6-3 put out to end a loud second inning for Wes-Del. They scored 8 times, and they leave a runner in scoring position. We go to the third inning here in Gaston. It's Wes-Del 8, Liberty Christian 1 on Beaver Media.
And off the top of the third for Liberty Christian, the number 8 hitter, the catcher, number 50, Dylan Griffiths.
Welcome back to the ball game. We go to the third inning here at Wes-Del with the Warriors in front of Liberty Christian 8-1 now. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the Lions batting order, and the first pitch home to Dylan Griffiths is in tight, ball 1. Pitch counts, of course, are big this year, bigger than usual with the new pitching rule. That was the 25th pitch of the day by Calvin Carmen. Here comes number 26, and it's in the same spot, same result, 2-0. Why do I mention pitch counts? Well, Orlando Sutton threw 43 pitches for LC in the second inning. That's why. Here's the pitch outside, and the count is 3-0. Ronnie Williams waiting on deck, and then Peyton Quinn after him in the Lions' third against Carmen, who has gone the distance for Wes-Del. He winds and fires. Left it inside. It hit the batter. He'll go down and take first base. Got a few B's in his left arm there. First batter hit by a pitch today by Carmen.
Center fielder.
That brings up Ronnie
number
Williams.
11, Ronnie Williams.
As I mentioned earlier, it's tough to get a good grip on a day like today. As cool as it is, pitchers really struggle to keep their tackiness on their fingers. It can be a real challenge. Ronnie Williams, the center fielder, the 9-hole hitter, great athlete, fantastic basketball player, one of the best in Indiana. Third baseman Jordan Lehman is in almost a third of the way, looking bunt, and the pitch taken for a strike. Lehman way in on the grass at third, and he'll creep. Williams showing bunt. Here's the pitch. Swinging away, and it's a good thing that wasn't right at the third baseman. It's a tapper foul. The downside of creeping in like that is if he swings away and hits an atom ball, you are in serious trouble. His eyes got real big for a moment there. Now back even with the bag is Lehman with runner at first. 0-2 count to Williams. And he takes and lays off a breaking ball in the dirt. And 2. Good eye by Williams. Dylan Griffiths, the LC catcher, is the runner down at first. He has a big lead. I'll bet he'll go. Here comes the pitch. He bluffs. He stays, and the pitch is a ball. When you're stealing bases at the clip that LC is, trailing 8-1, I'll bet they'll run a couple times between now and the end of the game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Williams is down on strikes. 1 away. Strikeout number 3 for Calvin Carmen, and that rolls over the order, and the leadoff man, Peyton Quinn. Singled and was rubbed out in a double play back in the first inning. Long pause by Carmen. Out of the stretch, and he brings it home, ball 1. Carmen has struck out 3, has hit a batter. Ready with the next one. It's on the way. In the dirt, runner goes to second base on the wild pitch as Cam Townsend fires back to the mound instead of to second base. And not much you can do there. Count runs to 2-0. A runner in scoring position for the Lions here in the third as they trail 8-1. Gonna have to chip away against the Warriors in that big lead, and there's a pitch taken inside for a strike. 2-1 to Peyton Quinn. Griffiths 2 stops away out at second base. Carmen looks back at him, now comes home with it. It's upstairs for a ball. 3 balls and a strike to Peyton Quinn. Isaiah Breeze, arguably the best player in the LC lineup, is on deck. Here comes the pitch. Taken for a strike, and the count runs full. Griffiths led off, got hit by a pitch, went to second on a wild pitch. Ronnie Williams struck out. Quinn is in a full count situation. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. 2 straight Ks for Calvin Carmen, who spells his name with C's. He might want to change that to go along with the strikeouts. Just an idea. Man on 2 away for Isaiah Breeze. Went down on strikes and a strike him out, throw him out double play in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch. It's high and tight, ball 1. Carmen has allowed just 2 hits. Done a pretty good job on a cool day. He looks out at the runner, looks home, brings it home. Fastball over but high. Looking to shut things down for LC here with 2 down in the third. Wes-Del 8, Liberty Christian 1. Here's the pitch. It's over but low, and it's 3-0. Warriors will be back in action tomorrow. They go up to Jesse Fennell's old stomping grounds for a doubleheader at Blackford. Here's the pitch. 8 buzzed the tower, ball 4. That'll send Breeze down to first base. Griffiths is still standing out there, Mr. Lonely at second, and that brings in Eli Blauer, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for LC. 0 for 1 with a ground out. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, high and tight, ball one. And that's 5 balls in a row by Calvin Carmen. And you'll make note of that if you're in the LC dugout for sure. 2 on, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Right side should be a pretty easy play for the second baseman. He'll come in, and Corbin Zavoko makes easy work of that one. And that'll do it for LC here in their half of the third. No runs, no hits, a walk, a hit batsman, 2 runners left on base. We're through 2.5 innings from Gaston. It's Wes-Del 8, Liberty Christian 1 on Beaver Media. We head for the last of the third here at Wes-Del High School. It's the Warriors way out in front of Liberty Christian, 8-1 in this one. LC actually led 1-0 after an inning and a half, but Wes-Del put up an 8 spot in their half of the second inning. And we'll start things here in the third with the bottom third of the Wes-Del order against Orlando Sutton. Jake Mitchell will lead things off. He walked and scored a run in that big explosion in the second inning. Sutton with a long look in, and here comes the first pitch of the inning. Slapped in the air, foul on the first base side. It'll be back out of play over near the softball diamond. 0-1 to Jake Mitchell with Corbin Zavokal due up behind him, and then Brady Woodson, the Wes-Del DH, in the hole. Mitchell ready. Right-hand hitter. And a long pause by Sutton before he brings it home and leaves it high and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think if I remember correctly, the Wes-Del girls softball team is at Lapel this afternoon. Here comes the 1-1. Taken upstairs, 2-1. Chicago Cubs are playing in Cincinnati this weekend, and it would be a great weekend to go if it were about 20 degrees warmer. Cubs coming off 2 straight comeback wins. Here's the pitch back to the screen in my souvenir stand. And the count is 3-1. As usual in high school ball, I am rarely indoors. I am outdoors behind the screen. A little bit chilly now. I've gone to the jacket. I weenied out. 3 balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch. Taken for a strike, and the count is full. Good job by Jake Mitchell to work Orlando Sutton for the max pitch count here, and the leadoff hitter will look at a payoff pitch from the LC right-hander. Here it comes. Left a breaking ball upstairs, and it's a leadoff walk here in the third for Jake Mitchell. That'll bring in Corbin Zavocal. Fourth walk issued by Orlando Sutton to go along with a strikeout and a hit batsman, and it brings in Corbin Zavocal. Infield looking for a double play ball. Here comes the pitch. It's inside. It gets away from the catcher, and that will let the runner go down to third. And the ball rolled out of play under the gate. Classic. Oh, the wonders of high school baseball. Doesn't get much better than that. So the runner at second base now, thanks to that wild one from Sutton, who is now in the stretch and staring in for his sign. And he'll bring it home. Ground ball towards short. Runner will head for third. He'll make it. The play goes to first, and they got him. 6-3 ground out for Zavocal. Moves Mitchell over to third on the fielder's choice. And with one away, that brings up Brady Woodson. Nice play by Isaiah Breeze, getting the out.
Batting number 14, Brady Woodson.
Woodson DHing today for the third baseman, Jordan Lehman. Woodson reached on a walk and was rubbed out on a force play. Here comes the pitch to him. It's outside, ball one. 8-1 game. Warriors out in front with one away here in their half of the third and a runner at third base. And the left-handed hitting Woodson thinking RBI. Takes the strike. "300 feet down the right field line. That is very tempting for a big, strong left-handed hitter, I got to tell you, being a short, not strong left-handed hitter. Here comes the pitch. Ball high and outside. Woodson laid off, and he's ahead 2-1. I'm all of 5'8" and about 170 dripping wet, and I could hit it out of the park here when I was young, but a guy this big and this strong could put it in the woods. Here comes the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground toward the second baseman. He'll boot it. The run will score no matter what, and the second baseman recovers as Peyton Quinn throws him out 4-3. So give the RBI to Brady Woodson as Mitchell scores. And with two down, I'm going to roll over the top of the order.
Number 5,
and Dylan Torbush. So it's a 9-1 game now with Wes-Del comfortably in front. And Sutton back to the windup, and he throws one right by the swing of Dylan Torbush. Sutton threw 7 pitches in the first inning, 43. That's right, 43 in the second inning. There's another swing and a miss. Torbush chased a breaking ball, couldn't get it. It's quickly 0-2. So Sutton well over 60 pitches now, probably the fatter part of 70. I'll let you know later on. And they set up way outside here. Here comes the pitch. Hit the target, but he was just off the corner. Torbush was having none of it, and it's 1-2. Good eye by Dylan. They tried to work him away, and he was the wiser of it. Bags clear here in the bottom of the third. Torbush waiting. Here's another breaking ball behind the hitter. No hostile intent, just a lack of a grip, and it's 2-2. Torbush grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run, so he's 0 for 2 officially in the book with a run, and he waits now on the 2-2 from Orlando Sutton. Laid off the pitch upstairs, and the count runs full. So after being ahead 0-2, Sutton has thrown 3 balls in a row to fill the count. Torbush will probably have a pretty good hack here on 3-2. Sutton winds and deals. It's downstairs, ball 4.
We got a whole lot of new money though.
5 walks today
Batting number 4,
from Orlando Sutton.
Cody Smith.
And with 2 down and a man aboard, Cody Smith is the Wes-Del hitter. Struck out, walked and scored, 0 for 1 in the book. With 2 away here in the home third, and Wes-Del out in front of Liberty Christian 9-1. Big lead at first, dives back safely on the throw over. Now it's about a max lead right there. A good throw would have picked him off. Torbush with his right foot out past the cutout, his left foot almost there. That's a big, big lead. Sutton brings it home. Runner going. Pitches a called strike. The throw down is not in time. Another stolen base for Dylan Torbush. And the count to Smith is 0-1. Chance for an RBI here in the third as Smith bats with Torbush 2 stops away. Waggles that bat as he gets ready for the pitch. Sutton has his sign, brings it home, he misses away. 1-1. Calvin Carmen waiting on deck. Breeze has died down a little bit here for now. It will, without a doubt, kick up again. It has been hot and cold all day in terms of wind speed. Here's the pitch. Fouled back over the screen. And it's 1-2. When it kicks up, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour, blowing in straight from right field toward home plate. The flag in left center field here gives you an indication. But going to be tough to get a ball out of the park today, as cold as it is. Swing and a miss, chase the high cheese. And that's it. That's the inning. Wes-Del tacks on another run. They leave a man in scoring position at second base. And as we go to the middle inning, after 3 complete in Gaston, it's Wes-Del 9, Liberty Christian 1 on Beaver Media.
Number 1, Orlando Sutton.
Welcome back to the ball game as we move to the 4th inning. Here in Gaston, the first pitch is grounded toward the shortstop. Should be a routine out, and it is 6-3 as Orlando Sutton leads off the LC 4th. Connor Townsend over to Cody Smith. 1 pitch, 1 down, and that brings in Dallas Burko.
Batting number 25, Dallas Burko.
Burko, right-handed hitter. He's first pitch swinging. Chopper towards short on a big hop. Fields and fires, and a nice play by Connor Townsend. That was a beautiful play, and 2 away. Great, 6-3 ground outs to start the 4th inning here. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Preston Grant, the hitter. And he better be taken if he's in my dugout. Got to tell you. Left-hand hitter. He grounded out his first time. Here's the pitch to him. It's outside, ball 1. 9-1 contest as we play the 4th inning here on a cold, gray day on a Friday afternoon. Here's the pitch. Line shot into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. He'll make the big turn, but stop there with a 2-out single. Third hit of the day by LC.
Number 23,
That'll bring in Justin Sheets, the Lions' designated hitter. They've got action in the bullpen down the right field line, and I think one of them is going to come in and grab a helmet and maybe pinch run. We'll wait and see. We have a pause in play here. Bullpens are inside the field here at Wes-Del. Actually, what they're going to do is make him put on a helmet as he plays insurance agent for the bullpen. So we're all set to go. 2 guys getting loose, a third guy guarding him down there in the right field corner. 2 down, 1 away, or a 1 runner at first, rather, and Preston Grant would like to move around and maybe score. Here comes the pitch home, and it's a taken strike for Justin Sheets. Sheets went down looking, strikeout victim to end the 2nd inning. Left-hand hitter, big, wide open stance. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. So Carmen a pitch away from getting out of things here in the 4th. And if you're a Wes-Del fan, you got to be thinking, let's get a couple more runs and then this early on the 10-run rule. Pitches in the dirt, runner going down to 3rd. He was going on the pitch. That'll be a stolen base for Preston Grant. So Sheets behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That one just missed on the outer edge, and the count is 2-2. That was about as close to being on the corner and not quite being there as you can get for a pitcher. 2-2 the count with a runner at 2nd and 2 away. Swing and a miss. Sheets is out on strikes for the 2nd time in a row, this time swinging, and that does it for Liberty Christian in their half of inning number 4. No runs, a hit. They leave the runner at 2nd base. They have left 3 in the game. We're halfway home, heading for the bottom of the 4th inning at Wes-Del. It's the Warriors out in front of Liberty Christian, 9-1 on Beaver Media. Welcome back to the ball game here in Gaston, Indiana. It's Wes-Del out in front of Liberty Christian 9-1. We've had a pitching change during the break. Jake Banworth, the head coach from Liberty Christian, has decided to flip-flop his pitcher and his third baseman, so Orlando Sutton goes over to the hot corner, and Dallas Burko takes the pitcher's mound. Burko on in relief. Sutton with 3 innings of work and responsible for all 9 of those runs on the board. Wes-Del looks for more here in their half of the fourth, and a good inning to get way out in front with 3, 4, and 5 in the Warrior batting order due up. Calvin Carmen to lead things off. A fly out, got hit by a pitch and scored a run in an 0-for-1 game. Burko, a right-hander, kicks and sidearms at home, lashed, just foul, down the third baseline. Don't see many sidearm throwers in high school baseball anymore, but Burko is a sidearmer from the mound. And now Jake Banward has the shift on with 3 infielders on the third base side of second base. Pitch is low and away for a ball. The second baseman is about 10 feet on the left field side of second base. The shortstop over in the hole. The third baseman playing tight down the line. And here's another pitch outside. And the count is 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Outfielders are straight away. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards short, big hop. Should be an easy play. Breeze over to first in time as the first baseman, Preston Grant, had to hustle to get over there in time, and that's one away. In that shift, Grant was playing way off the bag. He's probably 30 feet off that bag, and he had to run over there hard and got there just in time to catch it, step on the bag, and get Calvin Carmen. One down, that brings in Devin Book out. He flied out, reached on an error, scored a run. He's 0-for-2. Here's the pitch. Pitch hitting and another foul ball hard down the third base line, and it's 0-1. Wish I hadn't said chili earlier because now I'm thinking chili for dinner tonight, and it's cold enough to go eat some, I can tell you that. 9-1 game. And here's the wind and the pitch from Burko. In the air to right center field. Williams over. He's called off by the right fielder. Dawson Evans makes the grab, and that's 2 down. That brings up Cam Townsend.
Ready, number 10, Cam Townsend.
Townsend has scored a run, consecutive singles, has an RBI to show for his day as well. No bunt on, and takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Burko working with nobody on and 2 away here in the home half of the fourth, trailing 9-1. Sidearm curveball too high, and it's 2-0. Infield now straight away, 2 men on either side of second base. And there's a one-hopper back to the mound on a big hop. Burko has it, runs over, flips over to his first baseman, Grant. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Dallas Burko and Liberty Christian as they retire Wes-Del in order for the second time today. We go to the 5th inning in Gaston. Wes-Del still way out in front. It's the Warriors 9, Liberty Christian 1 on Beaver Media. Welcome back to the ballpark. We move to the fifth inning with Wes-Del out in front of Liberty Christian 9-1. Lions will have 8, 9, and 1 due up here in the fifth inning as Calvin Carmen continues to work on the mound for Jesse Fennell's Warriors. He has gone the distance. He's scattered 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and a walk to go along with a hit batsman. Dylan Griffiths to lead off for the second straight time. The 8-hole hitter and the Lions catcher was hit by a pitch and stranded back in the third. Carmen ready, and he goes to work. Fastball low and away, ball 1. Ronnie Williams and Peyton Quinn due up behind him here in the LC fifth. They need a bunch in a hurry. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield over near the shortstop hole, and it's an easy play over there for Connor Townsend. That's 1 away. Connor has played a pretty good game at short today, and with 1 away, Ronnie Williams is the batter. Terrific basketball player, and he will no doubt be a pretty good baseball player as he learns this game as a teenager. Taken for a strike with a fastball. Williams struck out swinging his first time up. Really bright future in basketball. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball, thigh high, inside corner, strike 2. Williams just looking to put it in play. Carmen looking for his 6th strikeout of the game. And he gets it right there on a breaking ball. The catcher loses it, will have to throw down. And they got him by a step. 2 down. K 2-3 in the book. Half a dozen Ks for Carmen. And that brings in the leadoff man in the LC order, Peyton Quinn. 1 out of 2 on the day. Opened the game with a single. Rubbed down on a double play and also struck out back in the second inning. Carmen winds and fires. It's high and tight, ball 1. Might have been among the best fastballs thrown today in terms of velocity by Calvin Carmen, who is behind in the count 1-0. And he winds and fires. Same spot, same result, 2-0. Same pitch as well. So he went with the gas twice. Quinn was laying off both times. And he's up in the count 2-0 with no one on and 2 out here in the fifth. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. It's a fastball right down the pipe, and it's 2-1. Wes-Del could end the game with a 2 spot in their half of the fifth as you look ahead. There's a pitch over the plate but high, and it's 2-2. Make it 3-1. And you look ahead to the Wes-Del half of the inning. They have 6, 7, and 8 in their batting order due up. Here comes the pitch. It's low. Ball 4 and a 2-out walk for Peyton Quinn. Double check my math here. I believe that is the second walk of the day by Calvin Carmen, and it is walk number 2. So a man on, 2 down here for the number 2 hole hitter, Isaiah Breeze, the Liberty Christian shortstop. 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss at high cheese. 0-1. Breeze does not get cheated on his swing. Right-hand hitter. Looking to do something here in the fifth. Pops this one up. Back behind the plate. Long chase, but it's going to be out of play. Cam Townsend watches it fall. Back behind the press box. It's quickly 0-2. Catching is a tough job on any day of the week, but when it's this cold, no fun. Especially if you get a foul tip off of a finger or a foot. thankless job. 0-2 count as Breeze tries to stay alive against Calvin Carmen here in the Lions' fifth. There's a 58-foot fastball. It's actually barehanded by the catcher. It's a wild pitch as the runner scampers to second base. Don't see that every day. Good way to break a finger. I was just talking about a foul tip off the finger. That could not have felt good. Runner at second, 2 down. Carmen brings it home. Again, high and tight. Count is 2-2. Peyton Quinn, the runner out at second base. Short lead. Warriors keep him close. Carmen looks back at him, brings it home. It's low for a ball. Now full count. "65 pitches thrown in the game so far by Carmen. He's 1 pitch away from getting out of trouble here in the fifth. Leaves a fastball away for a ball 4. A free pass for Isaiah Breeze. And back-to-back walks by Carmen here in the fifth. You don't get too concerned yet. You're still ahead 9-1, but the 3-hole hitter, Eli Blauer, is in there now with the cleanup man waiting in the wings. So you want to get out of it right here if you can. Blauer 0 for 2. And he takes the strike. Ground out, pop out. Nothing out of 2 officially for Eli Blauer. Here's the pitch to him. Line shot on 2 hops through the second base hole into right field. That's going to get a run home. The next man heads for third, and it's a 9-2 game. Nice piece of hitting there by Eli Blauer, who picks up the single, the RBI. The run scored by Quinn, and Breeze all the way over to third base. Can't do it much better than that. Textbook baseball right there by the Lions.
Batting number 1, Orlando Sutton.
That's only the 4th hit of the game by LC. That brings up the cleanup man, Orlando Sutton, who singled and grounded out. Also scored a run. He hits one in the air down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. 2 hops into the corner. Run scores. Next man rounds second, heads for third. He's going to head for home. The relay third, or rather the relay throw goes to third. It gets away, and Sutton's going to round third and head for home. Here's the throw, and he's going to be safe. Wow. Unbelievable. Sutton comes all the way around to score on a double. He drove in one of those runs. Blauer ended up scoring on the throwing error over to third base. That throwing error by Zvokel. And then Sutton came home to score himself. And just that fast, there go your prospects for a 10-run rule game, because it's now 9-5. Well, after all of that, the bags are clear, and Dallas Burko is the hitter. Wow. That's the second Keystone Cops play we've had. Hey. First pitch hitting, 2-hop ground ball to short, backhand play, nice throw over in time from Connor Townsend, and that does it for Liberty Christian here in their half of the 5th inning. They score 4 runs, though. They wrap out a couple of hits. Big error by Wes-Del. No one left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th in Gaston. It's Wes-Del 9, Liberty Christian 5 on Beaver Media. It'll be Connor Townsend, Jake Mitchell, and Corbin Zavocal for Wes-Del here in their half of the fifth inning, leading 9-5. Liberty Christian managed to get themselves back in the game, picking up 4 runs there in the top of the fifth. The big blow was actually a throwing error by Wes-Del, which allowed a 2-run double to become a 4-run debacle. So let's see how the Warriors bounce back as Dallas Burko gets ready for his second inning of work on the LC mound. 2-hopper toward third base. Sutton waited too long and fires over, and that's going to be an infield hit on what should have been a 5-3 routine ground out. Took way too long. You live and you learn. Waited too long, took a big crow hop, and by that time, Townsend was safe at first base. That brings in Jake Mitchell. Jake has walked and scored both times today, so he officially doesn't have an at-bat. Runner is back to first on the throw over in time. Townsend diving in, making his laundry a significantly tougher problem. Big lead for him. If he's not going, that's the best bluff of all time. Right foot past the cutout. He is going. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw is going to be too high, and it's a stolen base for Townsend. Man in scoring position here right away, right out of the chute in the Wes-Del half of the fifth. Long wait for Jake Mitchell. Burko, the pitcher for the Lions, brings it home. Missed away with a ball. 2-0. Liberty Christian actually led this game 1-0 after an inning and a half. But an 8-run second by Wes-Del pretty much put the kibosh on that. Runner going to third. Pitches a swinging strike. The throw down not in time again. And that's 2 straight steals for Connor Townsend. The count now 2-1. Time called as Jesse Fennell does a little bit of groundskeeping down there in front of the bag at third base. And now the Liberty infield will come in tight on all 4 spots. The shortstop, Isaiah Breeze, is a good 2 steps in on the grass. They try to cut off this run with Wes-Del out in front 9-5. No one out here in the fifth. Fly ball, left field. That might score a run. It falls in front of the left fielder. That'll bring a man in to score as Townsend comes in and touches the plate on a bloop single by Jake Mitchell. And that makes it 10-5. For Jake Mitchell, that brings in Corbin Zavocal.
Number 8, Corbin Zavocal.
2 straight singles for Wes-Del here in the fifth. Couple of stolen bases. They're in business. Leading 10-5. Zavocal in there. 1 out of 2. Throw to first. Runner back. Zavocal singled, scored in the big second inning. Grounded out back in the third. Right-hand hitter. Open stance. Hands held high. Here comes the pitch to him. It's inside and it hit him. None too happy about it, but caught him as he turned away from it right between the shoulder blades. And that'll push Mitchell down to second base. Jordan Lehman now is going to hit for himself for the first time today in the 9-hole. Right-hand hitter. Warriors have men at first and second. Still nobody out. Here in the fifth inning, if they could score 5 more times, they could end the game early. And really, they got a fair shot at doing it now. Got 2 men on, nobody out, and the top of their order waiting in the wings. We'll see what Lehman does. Right-hand hitter, and again, an open stance. He pops the first one back out of play. Ten runs for the Warriors, 5 runs for the Lions. Here in the bottom of the fifth. With 2 men on, they are at first and second. Lehman trying to move him around. Here comes the pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Couldn't get the inside pitch, and it's 0-2. Dylan Torbush standing quietly in the on-deck circle. Long wait by Burko. And from the stretch, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. That's 1 away. Burko has his first K of the game. And here comes the top of the Wes-Del order. Dylan Torbush, the hitter.
Batting number 5, Dylan Torbush.
Mitchell still at second. Zavokal still at first. And a double play ball here would get you out of the inning if you're Jake Banwart and the LC Lions. Snap throw to second, runner back. Throw gets into center field, and both runners are going to move up 90 feet. That's a throwing error by the pitcher, Dallas Burko. Not the wisest play in a 10-5 game, but young and learning. So you've got 2 men in scoring position now, and that makes you salivate like Pavlov's dog if you're Dylan Torbush. A chance for a couple of RBIs here in the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch home. It's inside, ball 1. Torbush grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice and scored, and walked and was stranded back in the 3rd. Chance for a couple more Warrior runs here with 2 on and 1 out. Hard ground ball through into left field, base hit. 1 run is in. They're going to give the green light to the next man. Throw to the plate is offline. That's a 2-run single for Dylan Torbush and a 12-5 lead for Wes-Del. Well done. Torbush goes down to second base on the throw home. Mitchell and Zavokal both put runs in their bank accounts.
Batting number 4.
And the inning continues with Cody Smith. So 3 runs in here in the 5th for Wes-Del. Still only 1 away. Cody Smith looking for more. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. Runner was in motion there. No balls and a strike. Smith has walked and scored, struck out twice. So officially he's 0 for 2. Looking for his first knock of the game against Dallas Burko, the relief man from Liberty Christian, who bluffs to second and chases Torbush back. Burko back up there. Looks in for a sign from Griffiths. Back at the runner, and now he'll bring it home. Sidearm slider, missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Orlando Sutton started for LC, went 3 innings, gave up 9 runs. Burko is on in his 2nd inning of relief, and he's a sidearmer from the mound. Here comes the pitch from the right-hander, and he's outside with it. 2-1. 12-5 Warriors here in the 5th. If they can get 3 more runs, we can call it a day, and everyone gets to go home early. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball down the right field line, slicing toward foul ground, and it will drop in harmlessly in foul ground. The right field line here at Wes-Del is tougher as you go out toward the pole because the fence tapers in from about the bullpen to the wall. So by the time you get down the line, you've only got about 10 feet of foul ground. But here over near the first base dugout, you got about 60 feet of foul ground. 2-2 the count on Cody Smith. Here comes the pitch. Ripped into left field, base hit. Runner was moving anyway. He'll score easily. The throw will come to second base, and it's 13-5. Single and a run batted in for Cody Smith as Dylan Torbush comes all the way in to touch the plate. And the Warriors are in business. They've put up 4 runs here in their half of the inning. Same number of hits. The 3-hole hitter and the pitcher, Calvin Carmen, can help himself here in a 13-5 game. Still only 1 away. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Gets by the catcher. Runner holds. The throw goes to second anyway. Smith thought about it, but they're playing behind him. Now the first baseman, Preston Grant, realizes he needs to hold the runner instead of playing 30 feet away. And now he's over there to hold him on, and we're all good to go. Smith takes his lead. He's got a big one. Burko brings it home, and it's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 13-5 contest here in the home half of the 5th inning. 1 away. Winning run is at the plate in Calvin Carmen. Here's the pitch. Runner going. It's a called strike. The throw down is not in time. Another stolen base for Wes-Del. They've piled a bunch up, and now they've got a man at second base with 1 away. And Carmen's still in there looking for a ball he can drive in a 13-5 game. Long wait. Here comes the pitch. Curveball way upstairs. 2-2. Appreciate you being along for the ride this afternoon. We'll have more games of the week as the season goes by. Here's the next one. It's a fastball down, and the count runs full. Some good games around the area tomorrow, including Wes-Del on the road. They'll play a twin bill at Blackford on Saturday, and there's no rain. It's bound to be warmer tomorrow than it is right now. Burko's pitch on the way. Leaves it upstairs. That's ball 4. So Burko puts a walk on his line. That's his first base on balls issued in the game. 2 on, 1 out. And the batter is Devin Bookout. And Bookout could end the game with 1 swing here in a 13-5 contest in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a foul tip. Catcher holds on as Bookout was way out in front. He does smell game-winning RBIs here, I can tell you. Count to him is 0-1. The pitch takes away, and it's 1-1. Bookout flied to center, reached on an error, scored a run in the 3rd, flied to right. 0 for 3. Big, strong right-handed hitter, the cleanup man in the Wes-Del order. Here's the pitch. Sharp ground ball, foul up the third baseline. It's 1-2. Bookout is the 8th hitter in the Wes-Del 5th. Cam Townsend is due up next. He's getting loose in the on-deck circle. Smith at second, Carmen at first, with one away. Let's see what Bookout has in store. Here's the pitch. Popped it up on the infield. That should be an infield fly call, and it is, as the shortstop comes over and Breeze catches it anyway. He was out automatically, was Bookout for the second out. And that brings up Cam Townsend.
Batting number 10, Cam Townsend.
Townsend has a 2-for-3 day in the books. Single, ground out, RBI, run scored. Been a busy guy. He's also handled a lot of balls in the dirt today behind the plate. 2 on, 2 down. He takes high and inside, ball 1. Warriors have Smith at second base, Carmen at first. They hold both. Throw goes to first, runner back okay. We've had a little bit of everything in this game. We've had a balk. We've had a couple guys hit by pitches. A little bit of everything in a 13-5 contest. Burko ready. The pitch inside. Spins the hitter around. Townsend just got out of the way to make it 2-0. I have a hot date tonight with a big hot bowl of soup or chili. I can tell you that. No one else knows that yet except you and me. Here comes the pitch from Burko. Hit in the air toward right field. Should be an easy chance. He got it. Nice catch out there by Dawson Evans. That's an F9 in the book. And that does it for Wes-Del in their half of inning number 5. They put up 4 runs. They leave 2 on base. And we will play at least 6 innings today. Score after 5 complete. Wes-Del 13. Liberty Christian 5 on Beaver Media. Welcome back to the ballpark. We move to the 6th inning here in Gaston with Wes-Del out in front of Liberty Christian 13-5. The Lions will have Preston Grant to lead things off. And he takes a fastball from Calvin Carmen inside, ball 1. Carmen has gone the distance for Wes-Del. Grant is working on a 1 out of 2 day. Here comes the lineup and the pitch. Ripped back into center field on a hop. Base hit. Solid single for Grant. And that brings in Justin Sheets. 6th hit of the game by Liberty Christian. That brings in the number 7 hole hitter.
Batting number 23, Justin Sheets.
Here's the pitch home, and the batter is Dawson Evans, the right fielder, hitting for himself. He takes a strike. Right-handed hitter.
Pitching, now batting Dawson
Short
Evans.
lead at first. Pitch comes home. It's taken for a strike. 0-2. Waggles that bat. Open stance. Squares. Pitches a ball. Runner is going, and he is going to be safe on a stolen base. So the count runs to 1-2 on Evans, who made a nice catch back in the bottom of the 5th out in right field. He looks back at the ump. Ump says, it's play, 1-2. Runner at second, nobody out. Here comes the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike 3 on the outside edge, and that's 1 away. 7 strikeouts in the game for Calvin Carmen, and that brings in Dylan Griffiths,
Number 50,
the Lions
Dylan
catcher,
Griffiths.
and the 8-hole hitter. Got hit by a pitch, popped to short, 0 for 1 today, with a runner still at second base, and here comes the pitch. Popped up on the infield, back near the fence. Great hustle by the catcher, Cam Townsend, who came over, and the ball fell 2 feet on the other side of the fence. 0-1. And I got to give credit to catchers who hustle. Dylan Gaskell of Cowan did it last week in a blowout game, chasing a pop-up 100 feet when he didn't have to. My hat is off to anyone who will play the game the right way. Tip of the cap to you, both of them. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball toward third. He has it. Looks the runner back. Now over to first with the throw. And they got him on a nice play by Lehman over to Smith. Did the smart thing. He looked the runner back to second base and then threw just in a nick of time. So Grant has to stay at second base.
Ronnie Williams.
And Ronnie Williams is the batter. You've seen this young man's name in the newspapers, his basketball skill. He lays down a bunt. It's going to be up the third baseline, and no one will get him. Carmen came over to barehand it from the mound, but no way were they going to get the speedy Ronnie Williams, who gets his first hit of the game. Second hit of the inning by LC.
Peyton Quinn.
Their 7th in the game. And runners are at first and second with 2 away for the leadoff man in the order, Peyton Quinn. A single, a strikeout, and a walk with a run scored for him today. And he takes a fastball just inside, ball 1. Quinn, the second baseman for the Lions today. Right-hand swinger. Here comes the pitch from Carmen. Slow and inside. A nice job by Townsend to smother it. The count is 2 balls and no strikes. (13-5) game here in the 6th inning. Wes-Del way out in front. Trying to get closer. There's a pitch outside for a ball, and it's 3-0 to Quinn. 13-5 with the Warriors in front. Both teams scored 4 runs in their half of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. With 2 down. And that fills the bags for Isaiah Breeze. Just when you think this is going to blow open and be over before 7 innings, LC rallies to make it doubtful. The first pitch home to Breeze is high, ball 1. In a 13-5 game, if you can get out here and get 2 runs, the game's over. But good hitter here with the bags juiced. And Carmen from the windup with 2 away. And there's a fastball upstairs to make it 2-0, and that's 6 straight balls by Carmen. Jesse Fennell cannot be too thrilled with that. Lions everywhere. Carmen trying to finish off here. A nice complete game if he can get this hitter out. There's a 3-0 count on the fastball upstairs. 7 balls in a row thrown by Calvin Carmen, and now you're in real trouble. You pipe one here on 3-0. He just might yank one on you. Here's the windup and the pitch. Get inside, ball 4, and that'll force in a run. Preston Grant comes in to score. Everyone moves up 90 feet. That's a walk for Breeze. A trip to the mound by Jesse Fennell on the bases loaded walk for an RBI by Breeze. And we'll see what the Wes-Del head coach decides to do here. Will he let Carmen continue, or will he pull him with the hook? And we're going to have a new pitcher. We'll tell you more about it in a moment on Beaver Media. Connor Townsend comes on now in relief of Calvin Carmen with the bags loaded and 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. It's now a 13-6 game. So you can't close the book on Carmen just yet. He's responsible for all 3 runners on base. As Townsend comes in to pitch, and Carmen goes to short.
Batting number 45, Eli.
That brings in Eli Blower. He is the 3-hole hitter for Liberty Christian. He has a single in 3 trips with a run scored and a run batted in. Here comes the pitch from Townsend, and it's a beauty for a strike. So no complete game today for Calvin Carmen, but he is the pitcher of record and in line for a win. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's quickly 0-2. Connor Townsend looking to shut off the rally here with just minimal damage in the LC 6th. Here comes the pitch. It's in the dirt. Nice block back there by Cam Townsend. And it's 1-2. Bags juiced for the Lions. They're all over the place. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Blower chased a bad ball, and that does it here for Liberty Christian in their half of the 6th inning. 1 run, 1-2 hits, a couple of walks, And the bags
Liberty
left
Christian on top of the
loaded.
sixth. One run,
That's
two
been a
hits,
major
three left on
factor
base.
today. We're through 5.5 in Gaston. It's Wes-Del 13, Liberty Christian 6 on Beaver Media. It's Wes-Del 13, Liberty Christian 6 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 6. Wes-Del needs 3 runs in the game here in the 6th inning to put it away and put it on ice by 10-run rule. The third pitcher of the day comes on to work for Liberty Christian. In the meantime, Eli Blower, a right-hander who began his day in left field, will head to the mound. Sutton pitched the first 3 innings for the Lions. Dallas Burko the 4th and the 5th. And in the 6th, it'll be Blower to face Wes-Del.
Leading off the bottom of the
Warriors
sixth,
will have
Wes-Del.
Connor Townsend
Number 9, Connor
to lead
Townsend.
things off. Connor began the day at shortstop. He is now the pitcher for Wes-Del. And he'll get his first look at Eli Blower. Lined up in the pitch. Lashed into left center field. That's going to be down in front of Ronnie Williams and go all the way to the wall. Extra bases around first, into second. He's going to head for third as the throw goes over the cutoff man, and that'll be a triple to lead off the inning for Connor Townsend. You missed the cutoff man, and that is a mortal sin with a good base runner like Townsend in the wheels.
Batting number 12, Jake.
So a runner at third to lead off the inning for Wes-Del. Jake Mitchell, the next batter. That was probably the best hit ball of the day. Now we've got time, and the home plate umpire will go over and have a chat with Jake Banwert, the head coach from Liberty Christian. Not sure what that's about. And now Banwert will talk to his pitcher. He's going to go out, in fact, and have a quick chat with the base umpire. And they're going to appeal to say he missed the bag. The base umpire says, nope, he got it. And that'll do it for that. So the Warriors have him in at third to lead off the 6th inning. Jake Mitchell with a chance to move him. Mitchell has a single and 2 walks. He has scored 3 times. Also drove in a run. Infield back for LC. There's a lollipop pitch for ball 1. We were talking about this before the game. Coaches are running out of pitching and pitchers before they run out of game. And guys who are pretty inexperienced, not really pitchers, are having to do some pitching. There's another lollipop to make it 2-0. And I understand trying to save young arms. No one wants to hurt a young arm, but this is not good for the game. Just here to tell you. There's another one. This one taken for a strike to make it 2-1. I'm all for protecting young arms, but I'm not for doing it this way. Got to tell you. Here comes the pitch. Popped up on the infield between the plate and the mound. Pitcher Blauer comes down, calls it, makes the grab. 1 away. You also don't see many games with a pop-up to a pitcher, but we have today, and in high school baseball, it's not rare, but you don't see it very often. So Blauer makes work of that one. Runner still at third with 1 out, and Corbin Zvokel is the batter. Zvokel was hit by a pitch his last time up. Here comes the next one to him, and this one starts him inside ball 1. First time these guys have had a look at Eli Blauer. Single, ground out, hit by a pitch, 2 runs scored for Corbin Zvokel. And here's the line in the pitch from Blauer. Ripped down the left field line, but well back out of play. This is one of those days where it's cold enough at the ballpark. You're just looking for anything warm after the game, especially food-wise. No cold deli sandwich today, I got to tell you. Out. Blauer ready. Here comes his pitch. It's way inside. He gets a laugh out of that. 2-1. That one landed in the batter's box about 2 feet in front of plate and 2 feet off the plate. Zvokel just got out of its way. 2 balls and a strike is the count. Here comes the pitch. It's in the dirt for a ball. Three balls and a strike to Corbin Zvokel. Runner at third, 1 out. We're in the 6th inning in a 13-6 game. Wes-Del way out in front of LC. From the stretch, Blauer ready with another one. Popped up on the infield. Near short, should be an easy play for Isaiah Breeze. He squeezes it, and that's out number 2. That brings up, well, depending on who hits this time, it's the 9 hole. It should be the DH, unless they're going to let him hit for himself again. And it's going to be Jordan Lehman. Hit him for himself. Time. Brady Woodson DH'd for him twice in the 9 hole to start the game. He's in and out for the 2nd time. The runner at third and 2 down. Here's the pitch. Taken for a ball. You can tell that Blauer hasn't done a lot of pitching. He's really not throwing the ball very hard. Lollipopping it up there. Just trying to get it over, hoping someone will put it in play. Here comes the next one. He throws a strike. 1-1. "13 runs for the Warriors today. Maybe, if memory serves, their high water mark for the year so far. Here comes the pitch. It's in the dirt away. 2-1. Looks like a football score on the scoreboard in a 13-6 affair with a runner at third and 2 down. Here comes the next one home. Ground ball up the third baseline, picked on a couple hops. Sutton fires over in time, and that does it for Wes-Del here in their half of the 6th inning. We're going to play 7 innings today, whether you like it or not. Wes-Del leaves the man at third base. They go quietly here in their half of the sixth, and we'll head for the seventh inning from Gaston with Wes-Del out in front of Liberty Christian, 13-7 on Beaver Media. Welcome back to the ball game. We move to the seventh inning here in Gaston. Wes-Del leading Liberty Christian 13-7. Calvin Carmen, the Wes-Del starter, has given away to Connor Townsend, who got the final out of the sixth inning and who will look for 3 outs here and seal this one up in the seventh. Orlando Sutton, the cleanup man for LC, to lead things off. And he takes a BB for a strike. Sutton, Burko, and Grant for the Lions here in the seventh inning. They trail by 7. Fastball away. It's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Orlando Sutton. He has scored twice today. He has a double and then a single in 3 trips. He's popping this one up, though, on the right side of the infield. The first baseman makes the call, makes the catch, and that's 1 out. Cody Smith with the putout. Warriors are 2 outs away from putting this one in the win column. Dallas Burko, the hitter.
Number 25.
He hits the first one on the ground. 3 hopper, the second baseman. Easy play, routine out. 4-3, 2 away. As the vocal makes easy work of that one, and Preston Grant is the batter for LC as they're down to their final out. 2 hits and a run scored today in 3 trips for Preston Grant, a left-handed hitter. The wind up the pitch from Townsend, fouled right back off the screen. Come on out, Steve. I'll protect you. Harry Carey's famous old line. Townsend 2 strikes away from putting this one on ice. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Grant. The wind, thankfully, has died down a little bit here late in the game. Here's the pitch. Fastball downstairs, just missed to make it 2-1. Earlier, when the wind was gusting, it was pretty brutal out here at the park, but it's not too bad now that the wind has died down a little. There's a fastball up over the catcher's mitt off the screen on the fly. 3 balls and a strike now, the count. Indiana is an interesting baseball state. You open the season in winter and you end in summer. There's ball 4. That brings up Dawson Evans.
Number 32, Dawson Evans.
First walk issued by Connor Townsend, the Wes-Del reliever. Dawson Evans, the last hope for Liberty Christian, with 2 down here in the 7th. And there's a fastball, letter high, taken for a strike. Townsend with a lively arm, which you would guess out of your shortstop. Here's the next one, another fastball. This is a ball. The runner is going, and he steals. Throw goes into center field, but the runner holds at second base. Count to Evans is 1 ball, 1 strike. Townsend just trying to get him out and in this one. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner, and the Lions are down to their final strike, trailing 13-6. And until they invent the 8-run home run, we're okay. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. Townsend strikes out Evans, and this game goes in the bag for Wes-Del. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left. Game over. Warriors have another W. Back to tell you more about it briefly after this on Beaver Media. Welcome back to the ballpark. Wes-Del wins this one by a final score of 13-6 in a game that took 2 hours and 16 minutes on a very cold afternoon. Wes-Del moves to 5-2 on the season with a strong performance in winning this one on their home diamond today by 7 runs. You look down at the score sheet, a lot of hitting today, as you might guess, for Wes-Del. Their big inning was inning 2. They scored 8 runs and sent about 14 runners to the plate in that inning. They got 4 more in the 6th, and they win going away here by a bunch this afternoon to bag their 5th win against 2 losses on this early young season in 2017. Winning pitcher in today's game, the starter for Wes-Del, Calvin Carmen, who worked well into the 6th inning, deep into the 6th, 5 2/3. The other 4 outs go to Connor Townsend in relief. And all in all, it's a good day when you can come away with a win. And a lot of hitting today for Wes-Del as well. I looked down unofficially. They had 9 hits in the game. They manufactured a lot of runs with some walks as well. They had a booming triple there late in the game from Connor Townsend, who came on in relief to pitch the last 4 outs of the game. So all in all, not bad. Cold day, you take the win, you be happy about it, and you move on. You play 2 more games this weekend. Wes-Del will be at it again tomorrow. They'll go up to Blackford and play the Bruins in a doubleheader up State Road 3. So that does it. Final score for the final time today from Gaston. It was Wes-Del 13, Liberty Christian 6. I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for joining me today. Join me again next weekend. We'll have another game of the week. Watch my Twitter feed at Delco Preps for details on where we'll be and how you can watch and listen. And we'll be up to you in about 5 or 6 days from now. Until then, so long, everybody. Have a great night.